Project Tricontahedron. Hi to all the viewers. This short presentation is for all the Synergio enthusiasts, especially for Kirby. It appears that most, if not all the guys who have been on a list in different times, still following the Synergio debate, and had some suggestion for me, so I oblige. Well, let me just go back and start with the synergetic concentric hierarchy. Let's start with spheres, the same way Bucky had done, and show the Synergetics prime vector acrobatics. Apparently, there are two different ways of labeling spheres, stackings. One is the correct way, accepted by most professionals. The other needs lots of philosophy and exotic assumption. I agree, these assumptions are original, but unfortunately incorrect. First, let's stack spheres and label them the correct way. 4 spheres form a regular tetrahedron. These top 4 spheres. This is a radius of 2 touching spheres. Radius of 2 touching spheres equals the diameter of a sphere, which is the prime vector. This is the one frequency regular tetrahedron. This one. Its edges is without the interval. As you see, it's a solid edge. There is no division, no interval, no nothing. This is the correct unit volume regular tetrahedron. Now let's stack 10 spheres for a 2 frequency tet. The edges of this tetrahedron have an interval. Every edge has an interval all around. So additional sphere is added at every edge. 6 edges, 6 additional spheres, all total 10. This tetrahedron contains 8 volume identical tetrahedrons. This is a 2 frequency tetrahedron. This is a 1 frequency tetrahedron, which is a 1/8 of this large one. So we're going to divide this one into 1/8. I have demonstrated this previously. Now we have 8 volume identical tetrahedrons derived from a large one. Now I put it back together like it was before. Now let's stack spheres and label them the Synergetics way. We start with 4 spheres. The edge of this tetrahedron is a radius of 2 touching spheres. Now we have the same tetrahedron just like previously. It's the same tetrahedron, but this time we have representing A module division of the tetrahedron into 24 A modules. Edge of this tetrahedron is also a radius 2 touching sphere equals the diameter. These spheres, folks, are a little smaller than they should be. The correct size sphere is inch larger than this one, humongous. This edge is denoted in Synergetic by number 2, but this edge has an interval, a division, and it occurs at the kissing point of 2 touching spheres. This is a very unusual method of labeling, because we have used the same tetrahedron. As we see, it's the same tetrahedron. Please notice the extra large spheres, and like I said, these spheres are still inch shy to being actual size. this tetrahedron is labeled to be one frequency tetrahedron, even though its edges have an interval, just like this sphere, that tetrahedron, and even though it contains 24 A modules, these are A modules, there is 24 of them in this tetrahedron. This one frequency tetrahedron, as its labels, contains more modules than my two frequency tetrahedron. My two frequency tetrahedron contains 8, this one contains 24. So this one frequency tetrahedron is labeled, this one, as it is labeled, contains more modules than my two frequency tetrahedron. Again, it is a very original concept, but unfortunately also very wrong one. 24 divided by 8 equals 3. This 1/8 tetrahedron contains 3 A modules, which would be equivalent to this 1/8. This 1/8 volume tetrahedron is the same one as this one, containing 4 spheres. In either case, we can see that the major difference is in the fact that the 2-sphere edge, this one, has no interval. This being labeled correctly as one frequency, and the 3-sphere edge, which is this one, with the interval is obviously labeled correctly as 2-frequency tetrahedron. This mislabeling affects the whole hierarchy and everything was based on it, except the philosophy and its originality remains unshaken, which is too weak to be of any valid curriculum material. This causes lots of confusion and fuzzy understanding. It is just too complicated and cumbersome, where we all know that simplicity is the greatest form of sophistication, and synergetics, according to all the demonstrated facts, is definitely not operating within that realm. Thank you all for your time, and please watch the next segment. Synergetics will be even more hilarious and original as we go on.